Hello everyone, welcome back to Joy's JCfinger. This is an updated glitch video for you, and what you see here is a new way of building ever since we completed the All Mezzed Up quest. It's an amazing new addition to the game where you can build above the pools and you could create an amazing villa. I'll show you how to do this towards the end of this glitch video, but first we need to answer a few questions on how I place certain items in certain places and the new way of glitching basically, as you've seen in some of my videos. So you have to use identical objects, obviously. So if it's a bed, you have to get its exact kind right beside it, the exact one, or anything else for that matter. I'm going for the black grand piano and I'm going to glitch it. Before we would use the patio glitch and it doesn't work anymore. And using the doors on a 2x2 room is a long process. But here I have two grand pianos. I'm going to just drag it across to the other one, drag it back, and then tap directly on the one that isn't selected in order to select it and drag it onto the other piano. Now accept the action and it's glitched. It's that simple. Now you can place it anywhere you want, in the pool, upstairs in a different location, and that's what I want to focus on. You have to click on the arrow that takes you up to the next floor while it's selected. Now the other one's still down below. Just go back down to the other floor and back up again. And you would have collected both pianos in the air. Now you can place it anywhere you want. I'm going to place it on the roof. So follow the same process to the next level up, go back down, catch the piano and come back up again. And there. Now I know you don't want a piano on the roof, but someone specifically wanted to know how to take a glitched object above a level or two. So there you go. The next thing to do is, let's see, what should I glitch now? Let's go for a tree. I'm going to go for my favorite tree. This one in particular is a tree I love so much. You must keep the tree and its second in the exact same rotated position, otherwise it won't work. So then you follow the same steps like the piano. You drag it across, you drag it all the way back, and then you directly tap on the unselected one to select it, drag it back onto the other tree and accept. It's glitched. You can place it anywhere now. I usually do this particular glitch because it's a 4x4 tree. I want it close to, say, a pillar, or a bit closer to the house, or closer to the pool even. And this usually is what I do with smaller plots because there isn't enough space to then have some good landscaping. So this would then fit in just about against the property, and it works for me and I like it. So there, a piano on the roof and a cherry blossom tree close to the property. The next thing to do now is create a floating room, and you have to have completed the All Mezzed Up quest to be able to do this because you need a mezzanine to create the look that you see in the build in this video. So build a room, elevate it by one, any shape of room will do, you know, whatever suits your style or design, and then create another room upstairs. You then have to go into your mezzanine option and then click on it and create a mezzanine from wall to wall. Now you can go back downstairs and just simply delete the room below. Once you do that, you have a floating room. But of course you want a floor, so delete the mezzanine and there you have an actual room that just exists in space. And then you say, what's the purpose of that? Well, you can see the structure behind is actually quite useful, and a staircase underneath would lead to a nice comfortable living quarter. So what you do then is you could say build another structure behind, and let's see, let's shorten this up, let's get creative. Then you could, well, look at this. This is getting interesting. I will choose to elevate the structure behind there, and this could be a bay window area for a property. Let's just go up by one floor and look at that. That particular mezzanine attachment is on its own. Let's change the roof and boom, that's nice. It doesn't work for the pillars on the rest of the build back there, but let's put some pillars down here so it looks a little bit more realistic, and that's why I have pillars on the main structure behind, above the pool, that is. So let's place one there. You can see that these pillars don't go further out. I would prefer them to go further out, but here we are, we're stuck with that. You get the idea. Look at this. But the pillars on the main build look awful, so I think that what would work for this look would be the flat roofs. Ideally, it looks clean and nice and fresh. It looks like a modern villa of some sort. Okay, so that's how I got the look, and you can place anything underneath that floating room, as you can see with the building behind. So let's just take this down and carry on with some other glitches. Now I'm going to show you how to place a chandelier outside in a suitable area. There's no real reason to hang a chandelier in the middle of nowhere, but in my French courtyard, I had a nice, beautiful wedding bells live event chandelier hanging in the area where Marielle and her lover Luca would sit down into the night. It was hanging above there, and it's quite lovely. So this is how you can get that look. We just need to place, again, identical objects beside each other, and as we did with the grand piano, you click on one, drag to the other, drag it back, and then click directly on the other and drag it over, and it stays in place. Obviously accept it. The next thing to do now is place it anywhere you want on this plot, out here for instance. And I had the same look for Cinderella's The Wedding, when we had chandeliers above all the tables where the guests were feasting, and I thought that was lovely. We also have a nice wedding bells chandelier above the balcony in the mezzanine palace, so have a look at that and you'll see where it makes sense. Another constant request I get is how I create L-shaped couches with couches that aren't L-shaped. I have shown that in a previous glitch video. It still works, and what I'll do now is use the modern bar, for instance, and show you how to, merge certain objects together just to further create a different idea for that object and its use. So I brought out 3 simply because I don't want to go back in. Drag over, drag back, click, drag on, done. Same process like the grand piano. Now we've got 2 in place, so tap where it would still glitch so that you don't lose the process, and then just tug it along like this and take one off. Now we've got this bar, right, that is L-shaped. You can do this with your chairs, you could do it with anything, just follow the same process, to put them together. You could do it with hedges. I've done that quite a few times with hedges as well. Now let's do rugs. I had a question for that in the mezzanine penthouse, the loft penthouse, and even in the live build I did show how it was done, but I didn't talk over it, so maybe if I explain it would help. So you might want a larger rug like I do and this is what I do. It's the same process. Tug it along, tug it back, click on the other one directly, pull over, and accept. Always accept. Now pull through. Whoops, into the space and take one off. Let's change the floor so that that carpet actually pops, because it's disappearing right now into the flooring. And there. Now we have a much bigger rug, and you can do it with any rug in the game. Yeah, there is one more thing. I'm trying to think what that was. Yes, the backyard beautification live event had some privacy screens that don't go against the building, but the actual build that we received did have those items against the building. All of a sudden we can't do it, but there is a way to do it. So I've built 2 rooms side by side with a bit of space, and you can see that it doesn't go against the building in any way, no matter what you do. So just bring them down, and it's the same process again. Drag on and drag over, right? So now I've got 2 out. I'm just going to pull one over. Oh, catch the other one, sorry. Pull one over, pull it back, tap directly on the other one and pull it over to the other and accept it. Now I'm going to tap a bit closer to the pillar and take one off, and there you have it. It's attached itself as it was in the template that we received. Hello. Clearly the game developers realized that it would be unusual to have these privacy screens not attached to the wall, so when they built that house they made sure that it fit, but for us it wasn't fitting, and then all of a sudden the item doesn't have as much pleasure for us as it should. It's just become this line of a fence that doesn't really fence out anything. So there you go. So now you can see we have a fence that actually encloses a space so Sims can't get in from this part of the building. The next request I've had is to show how I get windows to meet at the corner of a building and also a door to meet at the corner of a building with a window. These things weren't an issue previously before the last updates, and now what was normal in the game is now not normal. And so we have to find ways to carry on with the styles that we've had in the game from way before these updates. So I've built a room here, and we're going to get windows to meet at this corner as well as a door and a window to meet at that corner. So you go in, you get the windows of your choice for whatever style of house that you're building, and this could also be a room within a house. It doesn't necessarily need to be the corner of a building. Now you can see that it doesn't go in place, so I'm just going to get out the number of windows that I think I might need. I still might go back in, but the glitch process is the same. Drag one window over to the other, pull it back, click directly on the other one and pull it over, and it's stuck together. Now grab the windows, both will be selected, and tap on the other corner. Now they're both in place and we have them at the edge. So then you go on and finish off the look for the rest of the building or the room, and here you have something like a glass cube. This was normal before, but now you can't do this without some kind of assistance with glitching. Now I'm going to do the same thing with a door. You will find now that when you place a door, it won't go against the corner where there's a window. So you just need to either glitch it the way we did before, or just remove the window, place the door first, and then put the window. So the door has to go before the window, and it works. Otherwise, you can glitch it as well, but of course, just put the door first, okay? So these are the looks I've put together for you, and if there is anything else that I missed out, by all means let me know in the comments below, and they will be in the next updated glitch video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!